Long list of things to go over in this video, but I'm going to try to make it quick and not ramble, which unfortunately I'm known for rambling, but I'll try my hardest. Backing all the way up to the 16th, which was not this past Monday, but the Monday before, I had my pre-op appointment with my plastic surgeon, where he had me sign all of my consent forms and explain what was going to happen, and gave me the instructions on what to do before and after, and a special set of instructions just on drain care. So, man, it seems like that was just the other day, but that was almost 2 weeks ago. Wow. Oh, and braces off. Had to have that done before surgery, for sure. Now maybe I can talk a little bit better. Can't do anything about the accent. Can't blame the braces for that, but anyway, let's see. He did tell me that because I'm having the nipple banking, he will actually come in before the breast surgeon and remove my nipples and put them where they're going to be. Then my breast surgeon will come in and do the mastectomy, and then he'll come back and start the reconstruction by putting in the tissue expanders and everything. And he says he will fill those up a little bit. So good news is I won't come out completely flat, which is good. I did ask about the lymph nodes, if he thought that my breast surgeon would be taking any out. He said probably not. He's never seen him do that before on someone that has not already been diagnosed with breast cancer. So that's good too. Don't have to worry about that little bit of extra pain and recovery, hopefully. In my instructions, it did say something about getting a bra, shopping ahead of time for a bra, but he did tell me that he would be sending me home in one. However, I might not like it, or I might feel it's uncomfortable, so I may want to go ahead and get a bra, and that way I've got something. Don't want to be shopping the day after surgery for a bra. So I got one that I've seen mentioned a couple of times. It's just Fruit of the Loom, and it hooks in the front, and it's got a little bit wider straps. So the size on that, it was very weird. It looked 2 sizes smaller than it actually said it was, so I hope I got the right size, because again, coming out of this, I have no idea what size I'm going to be. I know what size I am now, but that is definitely going to change. The instructions said from 2 to 7 days I could shower, which I hope I'm on the low end of that, because when I read that some people, it has been a week or more since they were able to actually get in the shower. They could sponge bathe and that kind of stuff, but to actually get in the shower, I thought, man, I'm going to have to bathe 3 times a day just to get ready for that, not being able to shower for a week leading up to then. And it was funny, in the instructions it specifically said wax or shave your underarms, because it will be uncomfortable to try to shave after the surgery. So I have an appointment for that on Monday. And so I'm growing out my armpit hairs, which is something I never, ever, ever thought I would be doing. Of course, taking off 2 perfectly healthy breasts is something I thought I would never, ever, ever be doing either. So, first time for everything, I reckon. I guess, not I reckon. I'm trying to get rid of that mess. But anyway, it's just ingrained. Can't help it. In 3 months is when the implant exchange will likely happen. Starting 4 weeks after this surgery, I'll be going in, starting from my fills and my expanders, and then at 3 months post-op, hopefully that will be, like I said, when the implant exchange takes place, and then 3 months after that is when he will do the nipple part of it. So I will have nipples on my lower abdomen for about 6 months. Hopefully I can wear a bandage or something over that, because I just don't think, with all that will be going on, I just don't think I can handle looking down and seeing 2 nipples on my stomach. I think that's just going to be just a bit too much. So I'll find out about that, I'm sure, after this surgery is done. I did find out no nail polish on your fingers or your toes. I'm still going to have a pedicure, and I'm still going to have a manicure, but I'll just get clear polish. I hope that's okay. I mean, with clear polish, they should still be able to see the beds of my nails to check circulation or whatever they need to do for that. But I insist that I'm having a manicure and a pedicure. I also insist that I'm having a massage, because I enjoy massages, and it will be quite a while before I will be able to lay on my stomach to have a massage. So I'm getting that done. Actually, I'm doing that today on my lunch break. Hate that I have to go back to work after but that's just the way that it worked out. According to the instructions he gave me, he didn't tell me this, but reading the instructions that he gave me, it sounds like I will have drains for about 2 weeks, which I've read some people had them for a few days, maybe a week until their first post-op appointment. Some people have said that they got theirs out before they even left the hospital, so I was kind of disappointed to read that it's going to be maybe 2 weeks and I'm going to have those in, because I've just seen over and over again that people said that's really almost the worst part of the surgery, is dealing with those drains, because they are so uncomfortable. And I mean, it's, you know, this foreign object hanging out of your body, sewn to your body, you know, to keep them in place. So yeah, I could see where that might be a little uncomfortable. So I'm not looking forward to that. Maybe I'll buck up and it'll be a little bit less, but I'm setting my mind, getting ready, trying to just, you know, unfortunately I do tend to be the type of person to worry about every little thing and wonder, you know, or waiting for the next shoe to drop kind of thing. And so I'm just trying to prepare myself kind of the same way for this. You know, at worst 2 weeks worth of drains, and at worst this, and at worst that, but just hoping that I come out a little bit better than what I'm preparing my mind for, which is usually what happens. I worry for nothing, but again, can't help it. Just like the accent, can't help it. I did talk yesterday with I think she said she was the breast coordinator or something like that at the hospital where I'm going to be having my surgery. And she just kind of, again, went through, you know, the whole procedure from beginning to end, what to expect, and, you know, when I get there to check in, all that good stuff. And she said that she has volunteers that make drain pouches, so they'll be giving me that, which I thought was kind of nice. That's great. I don't have to worry about, because I've seen so many ways that you can manage your drains, pinning them to your clothes, wearing pouches, wearing a lanyard, sheath, you know, this other kind of stuff. So that'll be a little bit of a relief. That's one less thing that I'll have to worry about having to be prepared to take care of these drains. She said they also, her volunteers also make the heart-shaped pillows, just to kind of give you the extra, you know, cushioning up under your arms, and when you're riding home, cushioning between you and the seat belt. So I thought that was very nice too. Of course, I've got buku pillows, and I've even bought a couple more, like the little squishy kind of pillows. I just want to be prepared. I want to be prepared. Make sure I'm comfortable, as comfortable as possible. She said I might have a pain pump. The plastic surgeon didn't mention that to me. So she said that she thought that he typically did do a pain pump though. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that, but you know, when it comes to it, I might be very, very glad I have it. We'll see. Got my prescriptions filled. It was an antibiotic, something for nausea, Percocet, and Valium. And I kind of feel like I felt guilty filling the prescriptions. I felt like I was doing something wrong because I've never really had anything that strong medicine-wise. I think the strongest thing I've ever had maybe is Lortab. So it'll be interesting to see how I manage those medications. Like I said, it was weird getting them filled. I felt like they were judging me, and I felt like they were looking at me like, yeah, you crackhead, you know. But surely not. But you know, that's just the way Maria's mind works. And the breast coordinator person, because I forgot to ask my plastic surgeon about taking laxatives before the surgery, just to kind of have your body prepared so that afterwards, when you tend to be constipated, it'll be already in the works. But she said that she probably wouldn't do that because you don't want to be, I hate this word, you don't have diarrhea while you're on the operating table, and you don't want to, you know, that could also deplete like your potassium and other things that basically you don't want to be doing that before surgery, during, you know, and that, having that going on during surgery. So she said she would just wait until the doctor tells me what to do as far as that goes, and I'm okay with that. I did find it interesting. I thought about this a week or so ago that, you know, my surgery is October 3rd, now less than a week away, and October is, of course, National Breast Cancer Awareness Month. That September 29th through the end of that week is Hereditary Breast and Ovarian Cancer Week. And then the day before my surgery is Pre-Vivor Day, which I'm a pre-vivor. So I thought that was quite interesting. I certainly didn't plan it that way. That was just the first available date that they had. So that that makes me feel better. It makes me feel better about what I'm doing and the decision I've made, and just kind of reinforcement. So I thought that was kind of weird and ironic, but I'll take that as a sign. And those who know me know that I love signs. Anything is a sign, and I take that to heart. So that's just another one for me. Last time I said I would mention maybe some things that I was going to miss, and like I said I was going to miss like cuddling with my Aiden, because he is so sweet and so precious and so cuddly and so loving, and he's just the type of baby that will walk up to you out of nowhere, hug you, and say, "I love you." And he says it just that way, "I love you," and it's just so sweet. The other night, in fact, he actually, when we were cuddling on the couch, he told me, "You're my girlfriend," which melted my heart. And he said it a couple of times since then, but when he's been mad at me, he's also said, "You're not my girlfriend." So he's already knows how to work that. He's got mama wrapped around his little finger anyway, but stuff like that. And I told him that hurt my feelings, and he immediately changed his tune and said, "You're my girlfriend." So he's a sweet, sweet boy, and I'm going to miss not being able to just hold him and pick him up and hold him close to me. And unfortunately, he's not going to understand what's going on, and he's not going to understand why mommy can't hug him and pick him up and cuddle with him. So I'll have Vernon to kind of help me, but it's going to be sad. So I'm a side sleeper, so I'm going to miss that. I love getting right in that perfect position with the pillow and the fetal position, and I drift off to sleep that way, so it's going to be hard not being able to do that for a while. I'll be in a recliner with pillows and all that good stuff, so I don't think I have to worry about unconsciously rolling over onto my side, because in a recliner, if I roll over onto my side, I've got more things to worry about than if I'm comfortable or not, because likely I'll be falling out of the recliner, and that would probably be a lot more painful than trying to sleep on my side. Some of the pluses, other than taking steps and saving my own life and being around for my kids, is I get to miss like this some field trip or something. I will be out of work for a month, the month of October. And not that I hate my job, but I don't love my job. It's a fun environment, and they do fun things, but the work itself is just so tedious. It's repetitive and just tedious and a little bit boring. And so I'm marketing. I'm a marketing manager for healthcare software kind of company. So it's writing about medical stuff all the time. So I know a lot more about medical stuff than I probably should, just because I have to do all the research and write those things. But like I said, it's just not fun. Not a fun topic to write about. It's not something I look forward to getting up and doing every day. But I remind myself that it's a job, and I'm grateful to have a job, and it's a good paying job, and it has good benefits. So I'm thankful, and I try not to dwell on the fact that I don't like it so much. And there are other factors there that kind of make it unpleasant, and those who know what I'm talking about know who I'm talking about. Anyway, but I don't think I'm going to mind being out of work for a month. Going back is probably going to be misery. Another plus is I have implants now. I got them back in 2007. After 3 kids, I had very saggy boobs. So the main thing was getting a lift, but I also got implants in the process. And they are actually starting to get a little saggy now. So a plus is I'll get new boobs. I'll get new implants. I get to start all over again with that. So that's kind of another thing, even though it's 3 months away and I'm a very impatient person. At least that's something else that I get to look forward to. And it's funny, like I said, I'm the type of person, what's going to happen next, waiting for the other shoe to drop kind of thing. I'm also one of those, this time last year I was doing this, and this time next week I'm going to be doing this. And so I've been thinking that a lot lately. As in, this time next week I will be in a hospital bed, hopefully not in excruciating pain. And I was doing that all day yesterday. Oh, this time yesterday I'll be in surgery. This time, this time next week, This time next week I'll be in surgery. This time next week I'll still be in surgery. This time next week I'll be in recovery and probably more than half out of my mind. This time next week I'm going to be miserable as hell. Those kinds of things tend to creep up in my head. And a lot of the things I've been doing too is like this, like doing stuff to my hair, fixing my hair, drying my hair, putting on makeup. It's like, man, people take this for granted. People take for granted that they can just move their arms freely and whenever they want to, and and I'm not gonna be able to do that for a couple weeks after surgery, and just the little goofy things like that I've been doing to myself, but I can't help it. That's me. You gotta love me or take it or leave it, I guess. And I'm grateful for the BRCA test, obviously, because it's letting me do something that otherwise would be a worse outcome than what I'll be going through. And so I'm grateful for that, but I also feel guilty. I feel guilty that I have the opportunity to do something about it before it gets to that point. And I feel guilty that my mom didn't have that opportunity, and my aunt didn't have that opportunity, and so many others don't have the opportunity. They have to suffer through the diagnosis and the chemotherapy, radiation, all of that stuff, and I get to avoid all that basically. And I just feel a little bit bad that I do. And when people tell me, "Oh, you're doing the best thing. You're doing a great thing. You're making a smart decision," I still question it. I still, because it's like I said, it's hard to think of removing something from your body that's completely healthy right now. So it's just, and people who, unfortunately, and I've learned this over the past few weeks, people who have not experienced breast cancer firsthand, or a family member that has had it, or more importantly has not had this decision to face, they don't get it. Isn't that kind of extreme? Isn't that kind of a bit much? And it's like, wow, they really don't get it. As much as I've tried to explain it to people and talk about the statistics and all that kind of stuff, they just don't get it. Only the people I think that have gone through it are the only ones that are ever going to get it. But as usual, I'm on my way out to work, so I'll go ahead and wrap this up. Went longer than I planned to, but anyway, I can't think of anything else to go over right now, and I'll try to do another video before my actual surgery next Thursday, but I don't know. I might be too strung out trying to get ready for it that the video will be the last thing on my mind. But I'll definitely try to do one after the surgery as soon as I can. Some people have done it from their hospital bed. I don't know about that because you can't wear makeup and all that stuff. So I don't know about being on camera, without a face. Anyway, so that's all for now. Again, I hope you found this helpful, and I look forward to talking to you next time. We'll see where I am this time next week.